If you remember back to the beginnings of OMD, which was 1978, and that was factory records, wasn't it? I mean, that was two guys and a tape recorder at that stage. What was that like?
Myself and Paul had been writing songs since we were kids. We were at school when we were 16, and after a period of time of playing with our friends, we got fed up with the way they were sort of messing up our songs. You know, the drummer wanted to do drum fills and the guitarist wanted to do his solos, and so we thought we'd try it our way, and nobody wanted to play with us our way. So we were a two-piece out of necessity because nobody else wanted to play with us. So we got a tape recorder and just piled on stage, really, almost for a laugh, like a dare. Let's go and do the songs just how we want to hear them and stuff everyone else. And
it's kind of strange because we never really intended to get a record deal as such, you know, because we were just, as Andy said, we were just having fun. We just went on for a dare. But talking of dares, a pun in here somewhere, because we saw the Human League.
This is getting really terrible.
It is actually. It's going down slowly.
Fun.
And we saw the Human League on the news program. Who the guy who ran the news program and got the bands on was Tony Wilson. And we sort of sent a cassette off to him of Electricity and said, well, how about if, you know, you can get us on the news program? And he said, well, sorry, I can't get you on the show, but I'm starting a label called Factory Records.
Which is great.
How about if you put out a single?
So we just fell into it, yeah.
Was that initially just a local release, or was it nationwide?
Well, it was sort of 78, 79 was the time of, you know, when like small clubs around Britain were sort of doing well, and independent labels were doing quite well. People were looking for music. I think now it's sort of got a bit sewn up again with the sort of the big labels, and a lot of the clubs and things have closed down. But way back in the good old days when we were lads, it was people were looking for things. You know, I think now they're just prepared to sit at home and whatever is on top of the pops they'll go and buy. You know, they're not going to get out of their chairs and go and look for things. So Factory Records was actually a Manchester label. The local Liverpool label didn't want to know about us, but Manchester's not too far away.
You always maintained a low-key image, didn't you? I mean, I remember those woolly jumpers you used to wear with the high neck and everything like that. You seem to have changed that. Did somebody tell you to change that, or why did you do it?
No, it stems from like we were saying about what we started out almost accidentally. We were just going to do this and have fun, and we stumbled into the music business, and so we thought, well, we'll try and sort of keep out of it in a sense. We like our songs and we hope that people are going to want to like them and listen to them on record, but we didn't really want to do much towards making ourselves into pop stars and sort of having glossy pictures everywhere and doing a lot of things that we thought were sort of more personality involved rather than just sort of using the strength of your music and presenting your music, which was important to us. So we adopted this low-key idea, and we wanted to look sort of modern and tidy, so we just sort of started wearing white shirts and black ties and just keeping ourselves sort of low-key. And then the next thing you start having hits with Enola Gay or Souvenir, and like you get kids coming along, the whole front row is in white shirts and black ties. It's like, well, this wasn't meant to be an image. Why are you copying us? Stop it, go away.
So it just fell into place more than anything else.
But I think sort of partly because we looked very plain, and we were playing, we were a synthesizer band in inverted commas. People do tend to have this rather sort of develop this attitude of us that we must be a bit aloof because we didn't do lots of this sort of personality stuff, and a bit sort of
serious, and you don't smile too much.
Too serious and almost pretentious, because we weren't trying to be, like, oh, we cute and sexy and.
So it's the moody look, in other words.
Yeah, but it wasn't sort of engineered that way. It just turned out that way. So.